Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this regular meeting of the Los Angeles City Board of Public Works. It's Friday, August 6th, 2021. I repeat, it is Friday, August 6th, 2021. Hope everybody's great. We've got a meaty agenda, but we should be able to be pretty efficient with it. First off, good morning, Dr. Campos.
Good morning, President Good. Fernando Campos, Executive Officer. Establishing roll call and quorum for today, we have President Good, we have President Pro Tem Davis, and Commissioners Caloza and Villegas. President Good, at this time you do have a quorum. Currently, we do not have any commentary under general public comment. We also do not have any commentary under the Neighborhood Council comment section. No speakers on the line for today for any of the regular regular items for today's agenda. Okay,
thank you. Just as a quick starter, I want to move. I'd like to continue, unless there's objections from my colleagues, but I'm going to continue item number 17 to September 10th.
No issues.
Okay, so got that, Dr. Campos?
Yes, we will. Board will continue item number 17 to Friday, September 10, 2021.
Okie doke. And then, yeah, okay. So then let's jump into the rest of the agenda. I'm going to motion to approve the minutes for Wednesday, July 21, 2020. Do I have a second?
So moved.
Second. Thank you, Dr. Davis. Do I have any concerns or objections, Villegas or Caloza? All right, so the minutes from Wednesday, July 21, 2020 are adopted and approved forthwith. We are going to take items 1 through 12 together. I will read them and then we'll have, I think Ruben's on here, right? Mr. Flamenco?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Today we will have a curveball for you. Mr. Assad Assad on the jar is going to present items 1 through 12, so it's a curveball. Typically, Ruben will presents those items.
No, but Assad's out in the mountains, so I mean, this is good. Or I can't quite tell where he's at, but
Porter Ranch. This is Porter Ranch with the solar installation for streetlights behind me.
Fantastic. So Assad in the proverbial field. That's exciting. So all right, well, welcome you and Mr. Flamenco. It'll be good to hear from you, Assad. So I'm just going to do a quick reading of all these. Everyone be patient. Sip your coffee. Item 1 is assessment hearing number 1, Santa Monica Boulevard and Purdue Avenue, Street Lighting Maintenance Assessment District. Council hearing August 17th, 2021, and that's CD 11. Item 2, assessment hearing number 2, Eagle Rock Boulevard and Avenue 41, number 1. Street Lighting Maintenance Assessment District, Council hearing August 17, 2021, and that's CD 14. Item 3 is assessment hearing number 3, Flicker Way and Flicker Place number 1, Street Lighting Maintenance Assessment District, Council hearing on August 17, 2021, that's in CD 4. Item 4 is assessment hearing number 4, Cahuenga Boulevard and Addison Street number 1, Street Lighting Maintenance Assessment District, Council hearing on August 17, 2021, also in CD 4. Item 5, assessment hearing number 5, Colorado Boulevard and Eagle Vista Drive number 1, Street Lighting Maintenance Assessment District, Council hearing August 17, 2021. This is in Council District 14. Item number 6, assessment hearing number 6, Penmart Avenue and Venice Boulevard, Street Lighting Maintenance Assessment District, Council hearing August 17, 2021. This is in Council District 11. Item number 7, assessment hearing number 7, Sierra Bonita Avenue and Sunset Boulevard, Street Lighting Maintenance Assessment District, Council hearing August 17, 2021. This is in Council District 4. Item number 8, assessment hearing number 8, 102nd Street and Grape Street, Street Lighting Maintenance Assessment District, Council hearing on August 17, 2021. This is in CD 15. Item number 9, assessment hearing number 9, Fargo Street and Alvarado Street, Street Lighting Maintenance Assessment District, Council hearing on August 17, 2021. This is in CD 13. Item number 10, Granville Avenue and Iowa Avenue number 3, assessment hearing number 10, Street Lighting Maintenance Assessment District, Council hearing on August 17, 2021. This is in CD 11. And then item number 11, assessment hearing number 11, Denny Avenue and Addison Street, Street Lighting Maintenance Assessment District, council hearing August 17, 2021. This is in CD2. And finally, assessment hearing number 12, Lankershim Boulevard and Otsega Street, number 3, Street Lighting Maintenance Assessment District, council hearing on August 17, 2021. And this is in CD2. Where did Assad go?
Here he is.
Oh,
I'm here.
Oh,
I'm here.
Oh, there you are. Okay,
Yes,
sorry.
I'm here.
The Hollywood Squares just still every now and then I get confused. All right, sir, please proceed.
Yes, thank you. Good morning, Mr. President, commissioners, and department representatives. So items 1 through 12 pertain to lighting districts, which we are creating in conjunction with private development projects. The ballots for items 1 through 12 were mailed out on June 30, 2021. And the ballots must be received by the City Clerk office by Tuesday, August 17, 2021, for the council hearing. We have not received any objections to date on items 1 through 12, so we are requesting for the board to adopt and forward items 1 through 12 forthwith to the City Council. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Anajar. Very good. Any questions, colleagues? President Pro Tem Davis. You're on mute, Mike. It's one of those icons.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's okay.
We don't have any opposition from any of the neighborhood groups or any community groups, do we? On any of the assessments?
None.
Okay, thank you.
Commissioner. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Mike. Commissioner Villegas.
Thank you, and thank you, Mr. Assad, for the report. Just a quick question. Any increases this time around for these assessments?
For any specific item or all of them?
For any one of the 12?
I'll let Ruben answer that. Go ahead, please, Ruben.
Commissioner Villegas, no, there aren't any increases. We increase our rates annually, by no more than the Consumer Price Index as determined by the Bureau of Labor Statistics, and that happens every February of the calendar year.
Okay. All right. Thank you for the clarification. I have no further questions.
Thank you, Commissioner Villegas. Yeah, and building on that, I mean, because Ruben, and I can't remember the date. I think it's post 2016, or I can't remember exactly. No, all of our assessment districts will be pegged to the CPI, so that we avoid the scenario we're in with.
Correct. For all new lighting districts created past 1996.
1996. Thank you. I had the 6 right. Yeah, because all of the districts pre-1996 are frozen.
That's correct.
Which you have a very able consultant working on figuring out about. Sure. Right. So. Okay, thank you, Commissioner Villegas, for that question. Commissioner Calosa.
Thank you, President Good. I don't have any questions for ESL on this. Thanks for your presentation.
All right, I have no questions either. Thank you, Mr. Anajar. Appreciate it. Thank you, Mr. Flamenco. I will take a motion to approve items 1 through 12.
So moved.
Thank you, President Pro Tem Davis. Do I have a second?
Second that.
Thank you, Commissioner Villegas. Any concerns, Calosa? Okay. Hearing none, items 1 through 12 are adopted and approved forthwith. Thank you all very much. Have great weekends, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Ruben, you're back in the office, huh?
Yes, I'm back in the office today.
Very, very good. It's good to see you. Although we missed that little piece of art behind you all the time.
Next time.
There we go. All right. Thank you all very much. All right. Moving ahead. I would also like to take items 13 through 13 through 16 together. I will read them and then we'll go forward. Any objections to taking those together, colleagues? Okay. Item 13 is contract acceptance for a project in CD1, Quail Drive, 656 Bulkhead. Recommending the board accept this contract. Item 14, for a project in CDs 1, 9, 13, 14. Contract acceptance, secondary sewer renewal program, SSRP, and 11 North 11 7th Street and Valencia Street. Recommending the board accept this contract. Item 15, contract in CD4, contract acceptance, Kavira Drive, 7280 Bulkhead. Recommending the board accept this contract. Item 16 is in a project in CD11, contract acceptance, Asilomar Boulevard, deep soil mixing pilot study. Recommending the board accept this contract. Who's with us on the Mr. Bagby? Are you handling the items?
Yes, sir. I have these 4 acceptances.
All right, please proceed, my friend.
All right, thank you. Good morning, Commissioner Good, or President Good, and fellow commissioners, and executive officer, city attorney, and fellow bureau executives. These are recommendations to accept the following contracts. The first one is the Quail Drive Bulkhead project. It took place in Council District Number 1, and on October 22nd, 2019, contract number C133006 was awarded to Jilk Heavy Construction Incorporated. On November 6, 2019, a notice to proceed was issued, and on June 10th, 2020, the construction was complete. Now, this project allowed for us to install a brand new bulkhead. We put in steel soldier piles with concrete lagging, and we also repaired the roadway that had been damaged from the erosion. This project was awarded for $246,868 with a not to exceed amount of $296,241. Now, there was one change order issued on this project, which decreased the amount of the contract by $21,888.14, bringing the final contract amount to $224,979.86. This project was completed at 8.8% below the awarded amount, and 24% below the not to exceed amount. On June 10th, 2020, the contractor completed final corrections. On September 8th, 2020, a final release of retained funds in the amount of $10,498.99 was processed. The funding for this project was provided by the SB1 Roll-in Maintenance Rehabilitation Fund. Our contractor has complied with all equal employment, opportunity, and labor compliance requirements of this contract. The contractor performance evaluation reports have been submitted. There are no unresolved property owner complaints in connection with this project. There are no funds that are disputed or withheld, and there are no funds due to our contractor. Therefore, we are recommending acceptance of this contract. Would you like me to continue? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Sorry about that. Yes, why don't you go through all of them? We're going to take them together. You can read through each of them just in sequence. You get to do it. I was in it.
All right. Okay. Our next contract is the secondary sewer renewal program. We call this the N11, the 7th Street and Valencia Street. It took place in Council Districts 1, 9, 13, and 14. We are recommending the acceptance of this contract. On January 3rd, 2018, contract number C130788 was awarded to M&R Construction Incorporated. On July 3rd, 2019, the construction was complete. And basically what this does is we go through the city, we identify areas of the sewer system that is deficient. And so the contractor replaced over 2.7 miles of sewer line. Now in this program, the pipes can be anywhere from 6 inches to 15 inches in diameter. And the general area is bounded by the north on Beverly Boulevard, and on the south, it's 12th Street, and on the east, Figueroa Street, and on the west, Burlington Avenue. This project was awarded for $2,229,779 with a contingency of $222,978, giving a total authorized budget of $2,452,752. There were 6 change orders that were issued on this project, which decreased the amount of the contract by $9,368 $2,242.18, bringing the final contract amount to $2,220,410.82. Now, this project was completed at 0.4% below the awarded amount and 9.4% below the authorized amount. On July 3rd, 2019, the contractor completed final corrections. On July 27th, 2021, a final release of retained funds were processed in the amount of $86,624.35. The funding for this project was provided by the WSSRB Construction Fund and also the Wastewater Capital Improvement Program budget. The contractor has complied with equal employment opportunity and labor compliance requirements of this contract. The contractor performance reports have been submitted. There are no unresolved property owner complaints in connection with this project. There are no funds disputed or withheld, and there are no funds due to our contractor. Therefore, we are recommending acceptance of this contract. All right. Our next project is a Kavira Drive Bulkhead project, which took place in Council District 4. We are also recommendation of this contract. On December 17, 2019, contract number C133006 was awarded to Joke Heavy Construction Incorporated. On January 8, 2020, a notice to proceed was issued. On September 16, 2020, the construction was complete. Now, in this project, we had an aging timber bulkhead. We had to remove the old bulkhead, install a new one with steel soldier piles and concrete lagging. This project was awarded for $206,214 with a not to exceed amount of $247,456. There was one change order issued on this project, which decreased the amount of the contract by $42,385, bringing the final contract amount to $163,829. This project was completed at 20% below the awarded amount, 33.7% below the not to exceed amount. September 16, 2020, the contractor completed all final corrections. On October 19, 2020, a release of the retained funds in the amount of $7,514.70 was processed. Funding for this project came from the SB1 Road and Maintenance Rehabilitation Fund. Our contractor has complied with the equal employment opportunity and labor compliance requirements of this contract. Their contractor performance evaluation reports have been submitted. There are no unresolved property owner complaints in connection with this project, and there are no funds disputed or withheld, and there are no funds due to the contractor. Therefore, we are recommending acceptance of this contract. Our last project is the Asilomar Deep Soil Mixing Pilot Study. This project took place in Council District 11. On November 28, 2018, contract number C11784 was awarded to Baker Incorporated. September 6, 2019, a notice to proceed was issued. On June 4, 2020, the construction was complete. Now, this is a very interesting project because it was essentially a feasibility study. This technology of mixing soil in its deep regions helped the city to analyze and study whether or not this was an option for strengthening weak soils in the city of Los Angeles on other projects. So there was a lot of data that they were able to extract from this study and understand the feasibility of implementing this technology on future projects. Now, this project was awarded for $533,435 with a not to exceed amount of $613,450. Now, on January 8th, 2021, this board approved the Bureau of Engineering's report, which increased our contingency fund by $105,000, which gave us a revised authorized budget of $718,450. Now, there were 5 change orders issued on this project, which increased the amount of the contract by $164,722.74, bringing the final contract amount to $698,157.74. The project was completed at 30.8% above the awarded amount, at 2.8% below the authorized budget. On June 4th, 2020, the contractor completed final corrections. On June 18th, 2020, a final release of retained funds in the amount of $28,072.23 was processed. Funding for this project came from the Special Gas Tax Street Improvement Fund and the SB1 Road Maintenance and Rehabilitation Fund. Our contractor has complied with the equal employment opportunity and labor compliance requirements of this contract. The contractor's performance evaluation reports have been submitted. There are no unresolved property owner complaints in connection with this project. There are no funds disputed or withheld. There are no funds due to our contractor. Therefore, we are recommending acceptance of this contract. That will complete my report. If you have any questions, I am here to address those.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bagby. Appreciate it. Colleagues, any questions? Commissioner Closa?
Thank you, President Good. No questions from me. Thank you for your detailed report and for highlighting some important things in the contract acceptances, especially when we came under budget and some of the benefits of the work. So appreciate that, Mr. Bagby.
Thank you, Commissioner Closa. Yep, love it when they come under budget. Commissioner Villegas?
Thank you. I appreciate your report also, Mr. Bagby. I just wanted to request if I could have Bureau of Engineering just do a briefing for me on the Asilomar Boulevard deep mixing pilot study. I see it just came a little over budget, but I just want to learn a little bit more about the technology and just that that study so that you know, we can use it for future work, and I want to see how durable it is. And so I just would like a little bit more information about it. It sounds really fascinating. Thank you so much for sharing. I have no further questions.
All right, absolutely. I will reach out to Bureau of Engineering. It is really cool technology. I'm sorry, President.
That sounds great. Thank you. President Pro Tem Davis. You're on mute, Mike.
Roosevelt, you've given us items 13 through 17, is that right? Can you hear me?
16.
16, Mike.
Through 16.
Yeah.
Now, something is wrong with my technology here in terms of getting the supporting papers that you have filed in the file there. I don't know why they won't open up. However, I just have some basic general questions about some of these items. Now, in terms of I know that each of them were in compliance with labor requirements. As we look at each of these, what was the business inclusion like on those? Do you happen to know summarily?
Summarily, on these emergency contracts, there are not specific requirements for the enterprise numbers. However, each contractor is encouraged to do their outreach and to include a variety of these enterprise companies in their projects.
Do we have project labor agreements on any of such projects as these that you presented?
You know, I would have to double check.
Okay.
My first response on these would be no, but I'd have to double check.
Okay, so as we look at, certainly I understand the nature of all these years, the nature of emergency projects. However, it seems to me that as we look at all of the dollars that we have spent, that we could look at ways in which we could be very supportive of getting work done expeditiously and still being able to implement some tools that will help us to expand opportunities economically for those in our economy that we have responsibility for and have not been able to realize our capabilities, haven't been able to realize our potential. We have millions of dollars under the name of emergency that we've known are certainly categorical emergencies that occur all the time. We may not know where the emergency is going to occur, but we know doing this business that emergencies are going to occur in stormwater sewer areas, so that there are ways in which moving forward we can think about tools that will allow us to handle the emergency on one hand and to reach our unrealized goal and reimagine accomplishing our goals of inclusion on the other hand by having available folk that would be ready to go to repair a sewer, no matter where that sewer is, on 5th Street or 10th Street. We don't know where it's going to be, but we know that we'll have some people who would, for example, be a part of the project labor agreement. So I would like for us moving forward, certainly to begin to think about systematic ways in which we could expand the economic opportunity that these kind of contracts provide, and not just accept the old 1950s model that it's an emergency. Sure, it's an emergency. And sure, we have emergencies as big as we are every day. But we're not demonstrating the ability to implement innovation in addressing these emergency construction situations that occur repeatedly over and over again. And over again, we are not expanding to increase what we have available in terms of people who have been traditionally left out through project labor agreements as one example. So I thought this is a great time to have this brief conversation as we approve these, to start to implement more innovative thinking about the way we systematically embrace these emergency contracts, to also include people who have been traditionally left out economically, because there are millions of dollars here, and certainly some of them are under budget, but that these dollars should be available for additional people that we could do better in. So that's my 2 cents. Thank you.
Thank you. I do understand. You'll notice once your computer starts to work a little better there, on the emergency sewer repair, our contractor had the actual performance of 40% for the OBE contractors. So,
Great.
In connection with our encouraging the contractors to do so, when we don't have the specific requirements, we do track what they pledged and what they actually perform. So,
well, I'm pleased that we are under budget a lot of times. However, on the construction side of the business, we oftentimes go a little over in order to accommodate local businesses and in order to accommodate business inclusion. So if we do it on the construction side, what is wrong with us beginning to expand our thinking on the emergency side and looking at the potential opportunities moving forward systematically? So that's just that's my 2 cents. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Davis. All right. And appreciate the conversation. I will motion to move items 13 through 16 forward. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right. Any concerns of Villegas or Colosa? All right. So items 13, 14, 15, and 16 are all adopted and approved forthwith. Thank you, Mr. Bagby. I think you're sticking around, but thank you. All right, 17, we have continued. Let's move on to item number 18. Item number 18 is a contract award, West Side Unit 5, high voltage conversion, fiscal year 2020-21 street lighting project. Recommending the board, 1, find Servitech Electric Inc., Servitech, the first low bidder, to be the lowest responsible bidder, and award Servitech the contract for this project for $1,230,090. 2, forward a copy of this report to the affected council district offices. And 3, authorize the president or 2 members of the Board of Public Works to execute the contract for this project upon approval of all required documents by the city attorney. Work order L2049456. I believe Mr. Al-Mossad is with us on the item, as is Ms. Kwan. Lawrence, good morning.
Good morning, President.
So please proceed.
Okay.
Good to see
So
you.
good morning again, President Good, Vice President Garcia, Commissioners, Executive Officer, and Bureau representatives. So once again, I'm Lawrence Al-Massad with the Bureau of Street Lighting. I'm here to recommend award of the West Side Unit 5 High Voltage Conversion Project to Servitec Electric, Inc., the first low bidder. So this project will finish the work left uncompleted by the default of the West Side Unit 3 SDM project. For reason of safety, rather than leaving the project on high voltage, the contractor was asked to implement a temporary method to convert the circuits to low voltage by reusing the existing wires. These wires are very old and unreliable, so they need to be replaced, but they have mostly fused with the existing conduit, making them difficult or impossible to remove. This project will install new conduit with new wiring necessary to provide reliable systems. The fixtures were previously converted to LED already with the temporary low voltage system, so there will be no fixture replacements on this project. The financing for this project is through a loan from the Municipal Improvement Corporation of Los Angeles. The first low bidder, Servitec, submitted a bid for $1,230,090, which is 1.96% higher than the engineer's estimate of $1,206,500. Servitec has complied with the Business Inclusion Program's outreach requirements by pledging 30.91% under the Minority Business Enterprise and the mandatory subcontracting minimum categories. This bidder has met all the requirements of the bid and was found to be the lowest responsible bidder. Therefore, BSL recommends award of this project to Servitec. The bid bond for this project is still valid. All bidders have been notified of this board meeting and have received a copy of the board report. This concludes my presentation, and I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Thanks, Mr. Al-Massad. Appreciate that. Commissioner Villegas, why don't you kick us off?
Sure, thank you. Thank you for the report, Mr. Al-Massad. I'm glad to see Servitec is back, with another contract, seeing that we have, I'm not going to rehash anything from the past, but just I'm glad that they're the lowest bidder for this contract, and seeing that they are also just with the inclusion program at 30.9%. That's extremely high, and I am fine with this. I don't have any questions. I just wish the Servitec business, I'm praying that everything goes well. That's all.
Thank you, Commissioner Villegas. President Pro Tem Davis.
I'm okay on this particular item. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Davis, or Dr. Davis. And Commissioner Closa.
Thank you, President Good. The only question I have, only because, we've had similar conversations around capacity for they're technically a first-time bidder in this case, is does BCA conduct an analysis to see whether or not they have the capacity to do this work? And I ask that because I know they've been awarded additional contracts recently, and I know they're also a small business, and so I just want to make sure that the work that we're awarding them as to not follow what some lessons learned in the past, that they're able to perform this work.
Good morning, everyone. So BCA usually do conduct a first-time bidder report. As regard for Servitec, according to the responsible bidder type of thing, we don't. I would have to defer to Ted Jordan about that in regards to the previous history under a different name.
Mr. Jordan's not here. I can just connect with Mr. Jordan and the BCA team, who is more familiar with this. Obviously this is technically a new business that we have before us, not one with a similar name, although it is, I think, a sole proprietor. So I want to keep them, I don't want to conflate the two items here, but I'll just follow up with you afterward to get some additional background on this. I just was curious about capacity and what we've done. I know there's the first time bidders report that you've all conducted, but I'll just follow up with you afterward.
Yes, thank you. We'll touch base on it.
So I gave everyone an opportunity to ask questions, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I think, my only point, Ms. Lou, consistent with Commissioner Villegas and Commissioner Close's questions is, excited to create opportunities for new companies, equally excited to ensure that lessons are learned, and that we don't go down a similar path in certain situations. So y'all's due diligence is critical, and I think it'll be great for you to connect with Commissioner Close on this. So that all said, I'll entertain a motion to move the item forward.
Second.
Oh, wait, did Close a motion? Oh, who? Okay.
Oh,
okay.
Teresa.
Sorry.
I'll second it.
Okay, sorry. I was having a hard time seeing and hearing everybody. So I've got a motion from Commissioner Villegas, seconded by President Pro Tem Davis, to move the item forward. Any further concerns or questions, Commissioner Galoza? Okay, hearing none, the item is adopted forthwith. Good luck, Servitech, and thank you, Courtney, and thank you, Mr. Al-Massad and Ms. Kwan.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay, folks, that brings us to item number 19. Item number 19 is a specification submitted for board adoption and authorization to advertise for the invitation of bids. This is a project in CD3. It's exciting for the Reimagined Ventura project, phase 1. Work order E1908488. Estimated cost $1,039,578. The bid receipt date will be on September 15th, 2021. I will motion to approve the solicitation of bids. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Thank you, Commissioner Villegas. Any concerns or questions, Davis or Filosa?
None for me.
All right. Hearing none, we will invite bids, and the item is adopted forthwith. Thank you, everyone, on that one. We now come to item 20. Item 20 is the release of stop notice Ferguson Waterworks number 1083. Ferguson Waterworks number 1083 is transmitting a release of stop notice in the amount of $84,148.75 for furnishing plumbing, HVAC, pipe, waterworks, applications, installation work in connection with the Argo Drain Subbasin Facility Project. The primary contractor is OHL USA Inc. C-131878, communication number 122515, filed on July 28, 2021. Does anyone have any questions on this item? All right, I'll motion to move this release of stop notice forward. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, President Pro Tem Davis. Any questions or concerns, Villegas or Colosa? All right, hearing none, item 20 is approved and adopted forthwith. Thank y'all. That brings us to, I suspect, Mr. Kempton. Item 21, status update on major upcoming street improvement projects. Good morning, Mr. Kempton.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. All right, we got the radio voice. Hey, what's your background?
Actually, I've worked for the city of Los Angeles since I was 19.
Love it. I love it. No. I mean, what's your
The background, that is Lake Pond de Lay in northern Idaho, off of the top of Schweitzer Mountain.
Wow.
Yeah, my parents are retired up there.
Wow, that's great. Very
I told them I only visit snow. I don't live in it.
It's a great picture. Although they probably could use some street work. I don't want to be presumptuous, but
There's two seasons: winter and road construction.
And that's funny. All right, Mr. Kempton, give us your report, sir.
All right. Good morning, commissioners, President Good, Bureau representatives, and Dr. Campos. My name is David Kempton, Superintendent with Streets Renewal Division of Streets LA. This information is being provided to keep the public informed with our upcoming resurfacing projects and to minimize the impact to the communities as well as delays to our commuters. Streets LA would like to provide you with an update of all our major upcoming street improvement projects. Stop smiling. I see you laughing. You turned your mic off. There are no major street projects scheduled in the Metro resurfacing region during the week of August 15th, 2021 through August 21st, 2021. Saturday, August 14th and Sunday, August 15th from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. we will cold mill and pave Laurel Canyon Boulevard from Roscoe Boulevard to Stagg Street in Council District 2, North Hollywood, Northeast Neighborhood Council. That is one of our pavement preservation program funds. Additionally, I will provide you with the update on our 2021 pavement preservation program. During the same week from August 15th to August 21st, the Metro and Valley regions will complete 19 projects for a total of 9.5 lane miles. The press releases were broadcasted and notifications have been made and issued. Streets LA has coordinated with council offices to assist with the outreach to our stakeholders, and we have coordinated with the Los Angeles Department of Transportation for traffic control assistance. This information is also available on our Streets LA website. And that concludes my report. Thank you for your time today. Are there any questions?
This message was brought to you by Keith Mose and David Kempton. Thank you, Mr. Kempton. I really appreciate that. Any questions, colleagues?
Mr. Kempton, you're in the wrong field of work. You should be in reading.
So June 8th completed my 35th year.
Wow, that's great. Congratulations, David. That's great to hear. Great to hear. We need to get you to host a party. Any other questions, folks? All right, Mr. Kempton, thank you. Thanks for bringing us a smile. Really appreciate it. You have a great weekend, okay?
You too. Everybody have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Item 22. I see Mr. Giacomo. Hello, Christopher.
President Good. Morning.
We have specialized on-call maintenance services update for the Bureau of Sanitation. And Christopher is hovering above Hyperion, I believe.
I changed my background due to that last presentation. Yes, sir.
Very good. All right. Yeah, keep it up. Let's go, Chris.
By the way, good morning, President Good, board members, and Bureau representatives. Christopher Giacomo, Acting Sanitation Wastewater Manager for Hyperion. I'm presenting an oral report on service contract C136181, ACO Engineering, and C136182, Murray Company. Currently, we have 6 notice of proceeds awarded and that are pending scheduling or are work in progress. The total amount for those work in progress projects is approximately $730,000. We have finished 3 projects for a cost of $31,000. And currently, we're not entertaining further projects because we will be using this contract to pay for our July 11th incident that is ongoing.
I was going to ask. I assume, yeah, obviously those contracts are unrelated, and moving forward, we're going to be using this list for a lot of the work.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Currently, of the contract work that's going on at Hyperion, due to that incident, there's only one other contract, a Clean Harbors contract that's ran by LA Sanitation Solid Resources.
Yeah.
They're fully involved. Everything else is these 2 contracts.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Christopher. Any questions, colleagues?
I don't have any questions, but thank you for just making that connection. That was going to be my question, but thank you for that context. I appreciate it.
All right. Hearing no other questions, thank you, Christopher. You've been getting any rest?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay.
Did a real show of force, if anything.
Yeah.
Our staff has impressed everybody immensely due to the terrible circumstances.
Yeah. We'll take further opportunity, but certainly I think I can speak on behalf of the board in thanking you, Tim, and all the crew out there for just Sherry, who's doing her piece on this, for the really heroic and relentless work. So thank y'all. And I know we still have hills to climb, but I know that we've actually come close to turning some corners. So thank y'all very much. Okay.
Very much appreciated.
All right, great. And thank everyone on our behalf. All right, with that, Dr. Campos, have we cleared the decks?
Yes, you have.
All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Alnajar is very, very impressed with our efficiency today.
I love your meetings, President Good. I mean, I love to be around the board all the time. If it's up to me, I will join you in every single meeting.
Thank you very much. We really appreciate it. Thank you, Mr. Alnajar. Thank you, everybody. This meeting is officially adjourned. Colleagues, Dr. Campos, Tania, I'll see y'all. Let's reconvene for management at 11:05. Sound good? All right. Thanks, everybody. Have great weekends.